Man, can y'all dig this 55? This thing is cool. It's chopped and it is gnarly looking and I love it. So I'm late for the party. They said this parking lot was full of old cars, but I drove to Dothan after work. They're having a nostalgia event this weekend at Cottonwood in Dothan, Alabama, and I got off work, went in the shop and got the car, and I guess I should have left work early. But hey, that being said, I appreciate y'all tuning the channel. We can go check out a couple of cars that are still here. We might go ahead and ride to Cottonwood, I don't know, but either way, let's go check out some hot rods, some cool stuff. W30 G-body Oldsmobile, of course Chevy II. And then I think this is a Ford, but y'all are gonna tell me I'm wrong because I have no idea. And then got a little Nova. Beautiful little car. I love this thing. This thing's cool. This thing's real cool. I like it. Man, can y'all dig this thing? 63 Le Mans. Look at that. Look at that right there. Would you just look at it? God, I love this car. This thing is so cool. Man, this is cool. This is one sweet Pontiac right here. I love it. Got a satellite convertible and Captain Jack's rocket sled. Alright y'all, we're at Cottonwood. I'm on a hard tire. They're having tree issues, but I signed up to do test and tune. Figure what, it's $15 extra. And they haven't teched anything. I don't have any shoes on. I brought flip-flops, shorts, no helmet, a lap belt, hard tires, so we'll see how this goes. But first pass in this car on the track, hopefully, here in a few minutes. And I didn't bring my GoPro, so y'all ain't gonna have great footage. I don't know if y'all can read that, but this is me. We're running 9.1 at 88 mile an hour. Terrible reaction time. Terrible 60 foot. All it did was smoke the tires, first, second gear. So I'm gonna guesstimate my air pressure and let a bunch of air out these street tires. Go try again with better burnout. There's another little Chevy II. I think it's a 65. half. Thank you. Baby. Oh, made it past that time. Bet the footage just jumped up. There you go. 7.923 at 92. Almost a 2 second, 60 foot. My reaction time was trash. But not bad for second pass ever in the car, other than on the street. The Dixie Headhunter, Elba, Alabama. Small block Chevrolet powered 62 Falcon Gasser. This thing is cool. Runs with the Southern Outlaw Gassers and the Misfit Gassers. We're in Cottonwood tonight. I'm gonna go make a couple more passes, but I had to come over here and say hello. Man, this car is cool. So cool. I love it. This thing's cool, man. Came to watch and they were like, I didn't know they were going to just do testing too and like open like that. I thought it was a gasser or like a nostalgia race, and I was like, well shoot, I might as well. You're good, Bob. Appreciate it. Well, y'all, we made it home. It's about 11:30. Car did great. I'm sorry I did not video the last pass. I'm also sorry I did not bring the GoPro. I was ill prepared for this. So the Chevy 2 is on a hard tire, a street tire. I am in flip-flops and shorts, no helmet. Was not prepared to go drag racing tonight. I thought I was going to a cruise-in just to hang out, check some cool old cars out, but ended up at the track, had a blast. So that's the first time I've ever been on the track in this car. Made a lot of, street passes and stuff like that in Mexico, but all things considered, first pass was absolutely terrible. They got better as the night went on. I let tire pressure out. I softened up the rear suspension. I learned how to drive the car a little bit better, how to leave with it. I haven't been on the track since No Name Nationals, the first one, which was about a year ago, I think last weekend. That was in the S10, which was an automatic. And then I haven't been on the track in a stick car since I sold the orange Camaro that I sold and then turned around and bought this roller. So Chevy 2 did good. Probably not a great quality video, but I hope y'all enjoyed it anyway. They have another Gasser race. So this is a nostalgia event guy puts on twice a year. Local fella Johnny Jordan. It's awesome. But there's supposed to be I think a misfit Gasser race at Cottonwood in 2 weeks. So I'm going to try to get a slick on my other wheels, take the big radials off and get a short slick, like a 28-10-5, and go back and actually do some racing. So, all right, y'all. Full disclosure, it has been weeks since I went to the track. I didn't realize I've been so busy. We've been shooting a lot of footage, had a lot going on for some of these other videos, and I did not realize I had not actually put this video together, nor edited and finished it and all that. So I wanted to add this to the video because I did not get the last pass on video, and that was the best pass the car made. So I'm going to show you all these time slips and just kind of wrap it up for you. So see what y'all think. Let me know. This is, by the way, this is not a race car. This is a street car, 100% a street car. Until I went to third shift at work, so now I get off at like 4 in the morning and it does not have a heater. And the fact that it's been in the low 30s and the windows are always fogged up. I don't really enjoy driving at home at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's just not as fun because I have to drive with the windows down. So let me show you all these time slips. Let's see here. All right, this was our first pass ever in this car, guys. I've never been down the track until this pass. So, terrible reaction time, terrible 60 foot at running 9.1 at 88. Terrible reaction time, terrible 60 foot, run a 7.9 at 92. Terrible reaction time, terrible 60 foot, run a 7.9 at 93. And the best pass the car did, I had a 9.5 reaction time, which is still terrible. 1.86 60 foot, which is better than the others. So, a little bit of an improvement. I left a lot harder. The track was getting better. I had made suspension adjustments and rear tire pressure adjustments. Run a 7.7 at almost 93. So that being said, guys, this is a T56 6-speed car. I had never been on a prep surface with it. I also did not have a tire pressure gauge. These are Cooper Cobras, and they are a, let's see here, let me read y'all the tire size. They are a 275 60-15. I don't have any idea how much air pressure was in them. Whenever I went to the track, that was prior to the spring change, so the rear end was pretty soft. It was trying to make traction. This is the third set of springs on the back of the car now. It seems to be working better, but it totes the weight of the car better too without having to crank the coilovers up. So I've got a pair of slicks. I have not mounted them. I have a set of Radial Pros, which are basically a slick. But everybody's saying because it's a stick car, I'm going to want a full slick. That way between gear changes it doesn't lose traction. But I mean, we're making, I would say cool weather, the car makes about 400 wheel. I don't know. I don't think the dyno video from Power Tour was accurate, honestly. The RPM wasn't right with what I was turning the car, and I don't think the power was right with what it was reading. Plus, it was a hot day in June, so now that it's cooled off, I can tell you just butt dyno, But dyno, the car makes significantly more power, you know, when the IATs are 75 degrees and not 130. I mean, it really makes a difference. The car hits a lot harder. But that being said, there you go. There's our time slips. Nothing to write home about, but I am very proud of it. This is probably the quickest car I've ever had, because I'd like to run the car quarter mile. I'd have to go to Montgomery, Alabama to do that, but that's kind of the way the car is geared, which works out really well, because 8th mile, it runs through the traps when, you know, obviously the 60-foot time is terrible. It could be a lot better. It was spinning on the 1-2 shift every pass, and so, you know, with a good 60-foot and a good shift with traction the whole time, you know, assuming the driver makes it happen, I think the car's going to be almost on the limiter running through the traps in 3rd gear. So it works really well 8th mile, but it's geared, the way the car is geared is to race quarter mile. And so that being said, it seems to work well both ways. You know, I'm into 3rd gear, so I'm using the power. And then hopefully quarter mile, I've got enough gear to run quarter and 4th around the limiter is kind of the hope. But the limiter in this car is set at 8. I try to shift the car between 7 and 75. It seems to still be pulling hard up there, so I just kind of leave it alone and drive it. But that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed it.